Hey guys, and welcome back to episode number 3 of this Tottenham FIFA 18 career mode. Once again, just want to begin by saying thank you. The channel is growing very quickly, quicker than it ever has done before, and that is all thanks to your support that you guys have shown on episodes 1 and 2. So huge thank you. I can't explain how much it means. But today we've got some business to take care of because we ended the last episode. I need to go to the transfer hub, not the squad hub, with a decision pondering over the bid that we received. A good bid for Eric Dier from PSG, but having read your guys' comments, most of you do not want to see him leave. He is very much part of the first team setup that we've got going on here, and he is within the first team plans, so it doesn't make sense to sell him, even though they've offered a very decent transfer sum. So £39.5 million bid rejected for Eric Dier. He will be staying with us. Obviously, Vorm, the goalkeeper, is currently negotiating with West Brom. Negotiation status accepted, so that move is set to be, well, that's the offer, ongoing, as you can see, so that he is set to complete his move to West Brom, which will add a little bit more to the budget. In terms of what's coming up today, then, it's probably the 2 remaining pre-season games. There might only be 1, depending on how we get on against Monaco in the semi-final. I know a lot of people do sim these friendlies, but 1, I want the match practice, and 2, I want to make sure we get that prize money added to our budget. So I am going to play them. Hopefully there'll be a few transfers in the meantime, and then next episode we will begin our Premier League season competitively. So I know we play Monaco next, but I'm actually meeting with them now to discuss a possible swap deal involving either Sissoko or Lamela going the other way in exchange for Thomas Lemar. Actually, a change of plan. I'm going to offer Nkudu because he is valued higher than Sissoko, and Lamela, quite a few of you guys are keen to keep him around, and the way he's performing in pre-season, there's no reason why we can't do that. So Nkudu is going to be offered to see if Monaco are interested. They're saying yes, they would be open to a player swap, but they want a centre-back, which we're very strong in that department for a reason, and that I don't want to let any of them go, even though we could. Let's just see what the options are. So we've got Sanchez, Voigt, Dier, Alderweireld. No, there's nobody there that I want to get rid of, so I'm gonna pull out the deal. This is probably going to offend them because I don't want to offer a centre-back. I'm going to offer just £20 million up front. I will give them a 20% sell-on clause to try and persuade them, but they're not going to be interested in this. I think they will be offended. Yeah, I knew that was not going to go well. Never mind, we tried. So a player that I might look to bring in then is Angel Correa. He was suggested in the comment section. Obviously, he can play as a striker, as a cam, and out wide. So he would be a very versatile option for us. I'm going to probably try and use Sissoko or maybe Nkudu as bait because he's valued higher than Sissoko at £10.5 million. I'll see if Atletico are interested in the swap deal. So I've offered Nkudu. One important thing to note is that Correa does have a transfer release clause of £37 million. So if we pay that, he's ours. They can't reject it. They've said they would be open to a swap, but they want to bring in a right winger, which could play into our hands here, because now we can offer this guy, Moussa Sissoko. He's down as a right winger. Let's see if they're interested. So they are interested. That they do want some cash as well. I expected that, but only 15 million. So Sissoko and 15 million for Correa. I am going to counter that and see if we can get that down to 10. Sissoko and 10 million for Angel Correa would be a bit of a steal, in my opinion. I think that would be an absolute great deal for the club. I'm going to submit the offer and fingers crossed they go with it. Yes, they have. They've agreed on that, so we can now go straight in and deal with Correa and his agent directly. See, this is the tricky bit. He would kind of be a backup striker and also a backup winger. If I offer him rotation status, I think he might back out of this deal, but I've got to be honest with him. Actually, they were hoping for that. That's even better. We're off to a flying start with these negotiations. He's asked for a 5-year contract, which I'm more than happy to accept. He's only 22 years old, so he is one definitely for the future. They reckon he deserves to be on 79 grand a week, and they want a signing bonus of 1 million plus almost £500,000 after 5 appearances. Not a great deal, to be honest. We don't know what his current wage is. I will counter it. Edit wage and signing bonus. I'm happy to offer a bonus. I'm going to offer him, I'll offer him 69 grand a week, 10k less than what he wanted. Let's see what he says. Okay, I don't want to just cut this deal off by trying to, you know, wiggle my way out of 10 grand a week. I'll offer him what he wants and we'll get this deal pushed through. Angel Correa, welcome to Tottenham, my friend. Second signing of this career mode. So this is how we line up for the semi-final. We've got Lloris in goal, Rose left back, Trippier right back, Vertonghen and Alderweireld. Definitely that's going to be our starting centre-back partnership. Ali, Dembele, Eriksen as the midfield three. Lamela on the left because we're still taking a look at him. Riyad Mahrez in on the right-hand side. And Harry Kane, who has scored some wicked goals so far in this career mode, leading the line up front. 4-3-3 formation. No changes to the sliders as yet. Ali plays the ball right to Trippier. Back inside to Dele Alli. Going to lay the ball off. Kane. Oh, might continue. Harry Kane drives one low and Benaglio turns it behind. Mahrez plays the ball left. Here is Danny Rose storming forward. Finds Eric Lamela. Going to lay it off. Going to be hit first time by Dele Alli. Straight at the goalkeeper. We keep the attack alive, but the offside flag goes up. Here's Dembele. As you can see, he's picked up a slight injury following a little bit of hustle and bustle in the box following a cross. But as we head towards the start of that season now, as it's getting nearer, that would be a huge blow to not have a fully fit squad available. Trippier knocks the ball inside. Dele Alli on his weaker left foot might hit one. Ooh, that was not far away from the top corner at all. Jovetic, he's got a man over to his right, but instead he's trying to do some fancy footwork. And he's let his team down there because they were through on goal if he passed it. They still might be though. Lopez, good save. Hugo Lloris, not for the first time this pre-season. I know he's getting on a bit, and I know people are saying that we should get a new goalkeeper because of his age. I think that's something on my radar for next summer. I think he's still got a lot to offer us right now. Mate, oh, lovely ball. Slid through to Jovetic. Yes, Hugo Lloris. Oh, I held my breath for a moment then, but it's another fantastic save. Mahrez into Dembele. Might have to take him off in a minute. Here's Harry Kane. Looking for Dele Alli. He's found Dele Alli. Oh, I thought he'd picked out the roof of the net. It's just gone over. I think a goal for either side now. One goal would be enough to win it. It's Monaco that look more likely to get it. And it's Monaco who have got it. Really good, quick interlinking play in the box. And Carrillo smashes it past Hugo Lloris. 15 minutes to go. And we're behind now. Eriksen knocks the ball inside. Dele Alli. Goal now would be enough to send it to extra time. It's got to come now. And Dele Alli has provided it. 2 minutes of the 90 remaining. And that is a stunning strike. Absolutely brilliant goal from Dele Alli. More of that to come this season, I hope. Still then the chance for us to win the game. Needs to be a good delivery. Lamela's delivery is poor. That's keeper's ball and the full-time whistle goes. No extra time, of course, in this pre-season tournament. Let's hope my penalty skills have improved since we missed our first one. Just nearly hit the bar again. That was a little bit risky. Fabinho now up for Monaco. Hugo Lloris doing his best to put him off. Fabinho, usually a cool customer. He steps up. Oh, you're not saving that. You could probably have 3 goalkeepers in there. You're not saving that. Up steps Eric Lamela, looking to just roll it calmly into the corner. And he's rolled it against the post. I put a little bit more bend on it at the last minute, and I probably shouldn't have done that. May have been heading in. Radamel Falcao now. Lloris goes the right way, gets nowhere near it. Almost the perfect penalty again. Now it's a new boy, Carrillo. I put too much on that. Oh, well, I can't take penalties on FIFA 18. This is so bad. If Monaco score this, we are really up against it. Jovetic, he steps up, you cheeky bugger. You cheeky bugger. All the pressure now is on Dele Alli. I'm just going to make sure I hit the target. Put it low, into the corner. Not the best penalty in the world, but it's gone in. That's all that matters. Chance for Diakabi, the substitute, to win it and put Monaco through to the final of this competition, and he does. Coolly, we are out at semi-final stage. We will not be getting that £8 million, although we have already got 1.7 million of it, and we will get a little bit for getting to the semis, but not the result we wanted at all. So confirmation then that Vorm has joined West Brom. 3.9 million added to our transfer budget, along with the £3 million we got for reaching the semi-final of the pre-season tournament, and it's only a bruised elbow for Moussa Dembele. So he's only going to be out for 5 days. He'll be ready for the start of the season. Bid coming in then for Danny Rose from Leipzig. 25.8 million. That's a fairly decent offer for Danny Rose. But obviously you can see his valuation, 18 million. He's young. He's our only real decent left-back at the club. No disrespect to Ben Davies, but I'm going to reject that offer. We are not interested in selling our first-team players. 2 big offers then. Swansea City now. Kieran Trippier, 13 million. That is a decent deal. But look at this one. Manchester City have shown an interest in purchasing Dele Alli. Now, I mentioned in episode 1, he's part of that trio of players that I am just not interested in selling at all. So what I'm going to do for Dele Alli, I am going to reject that offer straight up. The Trippier one we're going to look at because there are multiple offers, I think, is what that means. 13 million from Swansea. Now, we've got Aurier and we've got Kyle Walker-Peters, so Trippier could go, but he's actually quite decent. So I am going to reject it. I am going to reject it. So a further offer has come in, this time from Bournemouth for Trippier. And I've been thinking about that last offer that we had, and you don't really need more than 3 right. Well, you don't need 3 right backs. We've got 2 decent ones. Eddie Howe coming to the office here. Let's see if we can negotiate a very good deal for Trippier. Going to ask for £18 million, which is quite a lot. Quite a lot of money. I don't think Eddie Howe and Bournemouth particularly will be willing to pay that. My intention is not to play hardball here. I want Trippier on our team, but cannot offer more than 14.8 million. Okay, so they have upped their offer. And they also willing to give us 10% of any future sale. Now, that is a decent offer. That is a very decent offer. £14 million. £14.8 million for our backup right back. I think, you know... this is a decision I've got to make now. See, I could go for 17.5, which I will do. Why not? Why not? Give me £17.5 million. Don't storm out the door, though, Eddie. Stay there, and we can talk. Stanley not willing to part with Trippier that easily. They're going to give us the £17.5 million that we asked for to seal the deal. That's great news. I'm happy with that. It's a good deal. And you lot said I couldn't negotiate after the first episode. Did you watch the master at work there? Real Madrid can do one. Real Madrid can do one. 72.6 million for Christian Eriksen. Very tempting when anybody offers you that kind of money. But no, he's going nowhere. He's our player. Now, this is the interesting one. This is the interesting one because he's good. A lot of you want to keep him. A lot of you saying we should sell him. Manchester United have come in, and even though he's only got 1 year remaining on his contract, they have offered his full valuation. Now, what I'm going to do is ask for 20 million. I don't think... We've already fallen out with Jose once in this series already, but I don't want to scare him off again. But 20 million is fairly reasonable for a player of Lamella's quality. Mourinho, he's a tough cookie, isn't he? This is our final offer. I am sorry. £16.5 million. No. See, like, the opinion in the comment section was split down the middle, but after the couple of games in the last episode, people were like, keep Lamella. He's good, and he is good, but he is a backup player. We've got Mahrez and Correa that also play in that position. Obviously, Sissoko has left, but we did have Lamella and Sissoko. We've now got Mahrez and Correa, so I feel like that's an improvement, and we could take £16.5 million, and I will take £16.5 million for Eric Lamella. He is going to be joining Manchester United. So there you go, 2 emails of players that have gone. Both players, though, would not have been in my starting 11, so I'm fairly okay with these players leaving. 13 million from the Lamella deal added to our budget, and £13.5 million from the Kieran Trippier deal added to our budget. Great business, in my opinion. We can now afford to bring someone else in. Oh, another player that could leave is Ben Davies. He's backup. Another backup player. But I would need to go out and get ourselves another left back, because that would leave us with just Danny Rose. But Roma have come in and given us 12.3 million, which is a decent offer. I'm going to see if I can get 15. 15 million is off the table, but 12.3 still a very decent offer for Ben Davies. He's only rated 78 overall, and I feel like with the money that we would have, we could bring in a better, younger backup left back. So yes, sorry Ben Davies, I'm going to accept that offer. It's another backup player that's going to leave the club. So with the departure of Ben Davies imminent, the left back position is now kind of a priority. We need another one, that's a fact. I've added sort of 4 options to the list. Robbie Brady is someone I'm very keen on, actually, and he has a release clause of 16.8 million. So I am going to approach Burnley because he can play left mid and left back. He's got an absolute wonder of a left foot. Brilliant set piece taker as well. And, you know, Eriksen, he wouldn't be replaced as our set piece taker, but it's just another string to his bow. We've got Derm as well, who's got a release contract. Eric Derm of just 14.2 million, so we could potentially get him on the cheap. And then I've added Wendell and Johnny as other options if we were unable to negotiate a deal for these two. They would be our main priority left backs. So interestingly, I've gone to put a bid in and it says Burnley are not willing to sell the player, but we can pay his release clause and start negotiating with him directly and just skip Burnley out of it. So it's really a case of Robbie Brady or Derm, and to be honest, I'm leaning towards Brady. He's a player that I like. I am going to just start negotiating with him and see how we get on. So he would be a rotation player. That is you know, the main thing to... So let's be honest with Robbie Brady. I've told him he would be a rotation player, but he's probably got to expect that, going from a club like Burnley, no disrespect to them, stepping up to Spurs. He wants £63,000 a week, and the signing bonus of £1 million is okay. I still think that's less than what Davies was on. If I remember rightly, he was on 69k a week. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just going to accept that Robbie Brady becomes the latest addition to this star-studded Tottenham squad. I feel like that was the most realistic of the left-back options as well. It's quite feasible for him to go to from Burnley to Spurs to be a squad player. I could see that happening in real life, to be fair. So many of our big players, as we know, who are quality, are attracting attention from the top clubs in Europe. It's our challenge to keep them all. I'm going to reject the offer from PSG for Jan Vertonghen. He's not going anywhere. Everton, wow, have come in with a big bid for Danny Rose. £25.8 million. But, like I said to you, not interested in selling anybody that would be part of our first team plans, our starting 11. So, at this stage, until we've got through this first season and know roughly where we're at, all offers rejected. Confirmation then that Ben Davies did complete his move to Roma. We were quite premature in bringing Brady in, confident that Davies would go, and he has. 9.5 million added back to the budget. Why would they even think that this deal would be on the table? A loan offer for Serge Aurier? Absolutely not. What a stupid idea, Mönchengladbach. Now, Nottingham Forest have put in a bid to take Kyle Walker-Peters on loan. If we still had Trippier, I would be up for this and letting him go, but we don't, so I'm not. Rejected offer. So just before we jump into our first competitive Premier League game of the season, I'm going to look at the biggest deals that have happened around Europe. Marco Reus has joined Barcelona from Borussia Dortmund. 49 million, that's an absolute steal. The second biggest deal is us for Riyad Mahrez, obviously bringing him in from Leicester. Surprisingly, Willian has joined Atletico Madrid for just £39.5 million. I mean, if we'd have gone for Willian first, we could have had him, but hey ho. There's some other deals that have gone through. Felipe Anderson joined Southampton. Wilfried Zaha, who was on our shortlist briefly, has completed a move to Arsenal. Sammy Castillejo joins Watford. Very good signing for them. Klein joined AC Milan. Falcao to Real Madrid. Wow, they're offering the veteran striker a chance to bang some goals in at top level. Tyson goes to AC Milan. Brahimi to Real Madrid. They've been busy in this transfer window. And there's obviously a few other deals in there. Plie joins Everton. Correa came to us, obviously. Cedric swaps from Southampton to Leicester. Hugo Mayo joins Liverpool. That's obviously then the Nathaniel Klein replacement. Jose Gaya joins Borussia Dortmund. He's normally our go-to left-back. Trippier to Bournemouth, of course. And a load of other deals. We're falling down in value now. Eric Lamela to Man United. Munayin joins Liverpool. They got him cheap, man. So there is a lot of cheap deals going through for decent players. So now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Live from St James's Park, the first Premier League game of the season. At this point, I did plan to show you the new Premier League walkout graphics and stuff, where the lineups and the players walk towards the camera, but so many YouTubers had issues with copyright and the video being blocked and stuff. You're just going to have to make do with these still images. Hopefully, I won't get in trouble for this. Dembele wins a header. Eriksen lays it off. Here is Mahrez. He'd love to score on his full competitive debut. Dembele pokes the ball out to Son. Chips it up for Rose. Gives it back to Son. Nice turn from him. Nice hit as well. Oh, it's clipped the roof of the net on the way over. That was close. Here's Dele Alli as we look to pile on the pressure. Shadows on the pitch are causing problems with our darker kit here. Harry Kane. Eriksen. Aurier. Into Dembele. Nice turn. Just got the nod over Eric Dyer and Wanyama today, Dembele. Can he repay our faith in him? Not with a shot like that, he can't. Ali spreads play to Son on this left-hand side. Good touch inside. Burst of pace. Needs a run from Harry Kane. He's eventually got one. Kane, not the fastest, but you know what his shooting ability is like. Harry Kane just testing an effort there. High and wide. Got ourselves a corner then. Just before the break. Corner comes in. Alderweireld's header back off the crossbar. We've come within a whisker of taking the lead. Atsu has got some space to run into down this left-hand side. It'll be difficult to catch because he is quick. 5 minutes before the break. He puts the ball into the box. Joselu completely fluffed his lines in front of goal. Woo! Best chance of the game so far by a mile. He's just got underneath it. Dembele looks up, sees the run of Mahrez, but Atsu tracking him all the way. Although it's been left, and Mahrez will bully his way through here. Puts the ball into the box with the outside of his foot. Dele Alli arrives. Heads it down, but wide of the goal. Half-time whistle goes. There have been chances for both sides. Nothing really happened in the opening 30 minutes, and then it got a little bit frantic with some end-to-end stuff, but still 0-0 at the break. Kosalou, had his pocket picked there by Jan Vertonghen. We've got space here. Dembele, he's got options ahead of him. He looks for Christian Eriksen. In a bit of space, hits one Eriksen. Oh, wow. That has flashed a couple of millimetres wide. Just under half an hour remaining, and I've switched to a 4-3-3 formation, and Angel Correa coming on for his competitive debut to replace Son. He's going to play out wide on the left. Oh, that's an excellent ball. Defence splitting pass. We've got 5 minutes remaining. Atsu with the cross. Jan Vertonghen was casual, and he was beaten to it. That could have been costly. Danny Rose knocks it left to Correa. Can he provide the answer here late on his debut? He would love to score. He's running all the way. Still going here, Correa. Oh, they've brought him down. It's a penalty in the 90th minute on the opening day of the season. Wow. They just let him run and run and run, and eventually they had to put the tackle in, and it was a poor one. Nowhere near the ball, as you can see. He's just gone over the outstretched leg. No questions. Harry Kane. What a moment. I've just got to make sure I hit the target here. See if we can drive it in and win this game. Harry Kane in the 90th minute. Smash and grab here at St James's Park. Absolutely unbelievable. And probably, if I'm being honest, undeserved. Kane, what are you doing? I'm not even pressing anything. Why are you doing that? I'm absolutely delighted. I'm not going to lie. It looks as though we are going to escape here with all 3 points. Thanks to a penalty from Harry Kane. We've not created anywhere near enough chances today. On the opening day of the season against newly promoted Newcastle, I find myself parking the bus. 2 minutes of time. No, we're into 2 minutes of added time, and that is actually the full-time whistle. What a relief. Those travelling Spurs fans who have had the longest of journeys from London up to right up to Newcastle, they're going to go home happy. 3 points in the back pocket. And Harry Kane scores in August as well. How about that? And that is where we're going to end this episode, guys. This is what the league table looks like after one round of fixtures. Chelsea and City, the top two. That's probably no surprise. They'll be up there all season, I should think. Bournemouth and Swansea make up the rest of the top four. Spurs and Arsenal. Well, actually, Arsenal didn't win. They drew their opening game. So only the top 5 clubs that you can see there won their opening fixture. Disappointment for Manchester United. They only managed to draw. Liverpool just scraped a point as well. And you can see Burnley, Brighton, Newcastle, West Brom and Southampton all losing their opening games. But like I said, that's where we're going to end this one, guys. We've got £60 million to spend after the sales of all of these backup players. So keep your transfer suggestions coming in. We've obviously replaced the left back Ben Davies. I think we've got enough options now in terms of a right-sided midfield player. So probably a centre mid, maybe, possibly strengthen our defence a little bit. Who knows? You let me know what you want me to do. But once again, thank you as always for watching and for your continued support. Do smash that like button if you've enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time.